Happy February. It's been a while since I sat down with you. I've basically just been in crazy puppy mom mode since we brought Isla, our Australian Shepherd, home. You can check out her first week with us home on my last vlog in December. But now she's officially 4 months old, just a little bit over 4 months old. And she's such a joy in our life, but oh man, she is a handful. We are so tired. I don't know how people have families. I don't know how people have more than one dog. Eddie and I are like, we are, you know, young adults. I work from home and we are so tired, so tired. In terms of my art, it's just sort of been kind of pushed to the side a bit just because my priority has just been on making sure that I establish the right routines and the right behavior expectations and the training for Isla during these kind of foundational puppy months, so that way she grows up and becomes a really awesome dog. So yeah, I haven't been really painting, but today I am determined to sit down and do a gouache painting, a floral one. I've been itching to do one. I've been watching a ton of tutorials and time-lapse videos from Lena Rivo, if I'm pronouncing her name correct, Lenarivo. She's amazing. And so yeah, you should check out her channel. She's got a ton of time-lapse videos and they're so insightful. I think just watching someone, seeing how they color block and lay their paints is super inspiring. So I have like about a 2-hour window of time right now. I planned it out in my day so that way I could sit down and try to do a painting with you. Yeah, so aside from puppies, my Etsy store has been doing really well. I got one of my one enamel pin design featured on a BuzzFeed article back in December, and so I think that has brought a lot of traffic to my store. And I've been just in packaging and shipping mode in terms of my art, which has been kind of nice. Usually in the past, I'm all about making art, and then it sort of sits in my room because I'm not the best marketer. I don't really like taking time to like photograph things nicely and put them up, and with Etsy you have to like describe things in a really cool creative way, and that's just not something that I enjoy doing. And so I feel like because I don't have as much time now to be painting and creating art like on the daily basis like I used to, it's actually kind of helped me focus more on other aspects of being an artist that most of the time that isn't shown, and it's not very glamorous and it's not very fun to me. But I really love packaging my Etsy products and shipping it off, and yeah, that's been something that I've really been enjoying sort of focusing on more this month. Another reason why I've sort of been a little less creative recently, my grandmother passed away about a month ago. She was 88 years old. She had pretty severe Alzheimer's for like the past 15 years or so of my life, and so I always felt like I had made my peace with kind of saying goodbye to her years before, like when she started kind of forgetting a lot and like not remembering who I was. So I felt like I had a lot of mourning already about kind of losing my grandmother to Alzheimer's, but you are never really prepared to actually hear the news that they have actually passed away. But I did do a portrait of her, and it was kind of like a way for me to process, you know, her actually passing away, because where she lives in assisted living, there is no visitation rights. We're not allowed to like see her. We weren't allowed to see her right before she passed away. So it felt so abstract to me to hear it from my family via a phone call. And so I think for me, it was like a lot of weird emotions to process, of like frustration and like guilt of not seeing her when she passed away, and like in my brain just not even processing that. And so sitting down and drawing her, I feel like portraiture is not my forte. I sometimes will see an occasional face. Either it's like a really good friend of mine, or it's like someone whose angles of a face I like know really well, and like the faces just sort of draw itself, but most of the time when I'm sitting down to draw a face, I struggle so much with perspective and angles and making it look correct, because with portraiture it's like one thing looks off and it looks weird or creepy or not the vibe that you want it to be. But sitting down and drawing my grandmother, I drew a photo of I drew her from a photo of when she was like in her 30s, her early 30s or late 20s, and it was like her in the 60s, and she had her Vietnamese like traditional dress on with these like really beautiful pearls and jewelry, and her hair is done in that like really gorgeous sort of like Vietnamese 60s look, and it just sort of drew itself. And yeah, it was my way to sort of process my feelings of her passing away. Whew. Was not prepared to be so emotional talking about it, but I also feel like if you are processing loss in your life as well, I think sitting down and drawing, even if it doesn't look 100% perfect and like it doesn't look like what you have in your brain of what it should look like, I think that like having that physical manifestation of your thoughts is like super powerful and super healing. So yeah, I really hope your 2021 has been not too turbulent, and you know, a year for growth and healing. And yeah, I will end it right there. We're gonna hop into some gouache painting. You'll see some clips of my puppy, and yeah. voiceover Michelle is back. Here in some clips, we've been teaching Isla different tricks like shake and paw, which is basically the same thing, and roll over. I remember thinking, like, when I first was having the idea of getting a dog, that I was only going to teach them like the necessary commands, things like leave it or sit and down, and that I didn't really want to teach them too many other tricks other than that. But the more that I've learned about dog training, the more I realize that if you are just training your dog to learn a variety of tricks, they just improve their overall communication with you, and that just builds a stronger relationship between you and your dog. And so I've just been trying to teach her a couple tricks every few weeks, and she's so smart. She just gets it so quickly. Let me know if you enjoy having these little montages of Isla in my vlogs. I know it's technically an art vlog, but she's become such a huge part of our lives that it feels odd to leave her out of it. So yeah, other than that, I think I'm just going to leave this vlog with the portrait time-lapse of my grandmother, and thank you so much for tuning in, and yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye!